Yeah, without further ado, Dusty
Sniper?
Ray. That's Sniper Dusty Ray. Appreciate
What's
it,
up,
Dusty.
guys?
What's up,
Glad
I
to
man?
think
be
I
here.
think you
Yeah.
officially got a new nickname. You're gonna have to go
Yeah,
get,
I'm trying to figure out how I went from NFT sniper to a picture collector. The sniper, the sniper sounded better. I like that.
Well,
Yeah.
we were trying to get the financial thing off your back, man. See, it's
Oh,
just
I got
easy.
you. Yeah, and that's the most important thing, because this is a very fun space, but it's also a very risky space. If you don't know what you're doing, all of us have made a couple of mistakes learning. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose a ton of money in here. There's a bunch of money to be made, but you can lose it quick, if you don't know what you're doing. Before we jump into all the real nuggets that I think Ray's the most excited for this show out of everybody. He's like,
I'm
dude, how
gonna
do you
take
do
no
this?
excited.
I want to know how to do this. You guys show me how to do this. Let's start off real simple, and then we'll run down that rabbit hole as quick as we can. So
Yep.
I'm gonna pick on Tim a little bit, because I always pick on Ray. I have 3 presidents here in my hand.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
If I was gonna get your address and say, hey Tim, I'm gonna send one of these to you, which president do you want? Do you know your presidents that well?
I think I see Jackson up there. I'll take him.
You're gonna take Jackson? Why would you take Jackson over the rest?
Well, because I know there's some information on the other side of that which would tell me it's worth $20.
Exactly. I mean, it has no more worth than these other two. It's printed on the same piece of paper, right? But what's printed on it has rarity, and that rarity is what makes it worth more. These NFTs are no different. People they get on here, and we'll go through all this stuff here in a little bit. But you're paying to mint, and you have no idea what you're getting. You pay to mint 4 or 5 at a time, and they all come to you. They're like this. I've got a bunch of different cards here. If we took, how many cards are in a deck? There's 52, right?
Right.
Yep.
You got that. You got this one that nobody ever uses. It's always thrown away.
Yeah.
But let's say that this is the most rare. This is the King Daddy. This is what you want to mint. Okay. If you mint this, I mean, you're guaranteed to sell 20, 50, 100 ETH, which that's a big prize. That's a major prize, especially when you're paying like 0.05 or 0.07 to go to that, to 50 ETH. That is major. That's a major incline. That's what everybody wants. That's what's made this space so hot. But it's a lottery. And I'm not saying if you get this, you just instantly lose, because let's go to the next.
I keep that one up my sleeve, Dusty.
Yeah.
When I'm playing. So
well, let's go to this one. This is the second rarest card in the deck. It's called the Suicide Jack. You can see right here, he's got a little blade coming out of his head.
Oh, I
see this right here.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
They call that the Suicide Jack. There's only one of them in every deck. So let's say that's a top 10. Well, that's still going to be worth 4 or 5 ETH. Which is still a major income. But what people have to understand is, if I took all these cards, let's just say there's 50 of them. This is the way I explained it to my family. Let's take these 50 cards and let's lay them all face down on the floor in the living room. That takes a little bit of space to do that, Let's multiply that by 2,000. But let's say there's only one of these out of those 10,000. That's what people have to understand, is the risk of you getting this is very, very minimal. I mean, could you imagine your whole living room floor covered up with 10,000 cards, and somebody saying, okay, pick one. If you pick the right one, I'm going to give you 50. That's pretty incredible, right? But people have to understand that the odds of you doing that are very, very small. It's a lottery. That's all it is. People are playing the lottery. But the cool thing is if you don't hit any numbers on that lottery ticket, that doesn't mean it's worthless. You don't throw it in the trash can, because you can have what they call an item that's not that rare. It's just pretty basic, but it's still got a value of what the floor price is. And we'll get into that a little bit. But I just wanted to help people understand what the rarity means, because when we all get into this minting process, nobody knows. They're all face down. Nobody knows what they got. until they do what they call the reveal. And normally the reveal does not happen until after they're sold out, because people will get on here and start go ahead and selling stuff and all that stuff and making their money before everybody else knows what they got. So they usually sell out once all 10,000 are minted, and then they'll make an announcement on their Discord and all their social media channels saying, hey, we're going to reveal tomorrow at 8 p.m. That's where I take my position. I get my sniper gun out and I get ready. I mean, because like I said, this is a big risk, and you can throw a lot of money away thinking that you're going to get that big win. You know, everybody wants it. That's what we're all in for. And I'm not going to say I never try to mint, because there are some rare projects out there that I will try to mint on. But 95% of the time, I'm a second market guy. I don't even mess with the minting, because now there's so many people that's flooded this space that, and if y'all got questions that are popping up, you can stop in the process. But there's so many people that this is NFT summer. We all witnessed DeFi summer last year. This thing is exploding. I mean, it's going crazy. There's so many people pouring into these places. They're getting on these Discords, they're pumping, they're hyping, they're ready to go. Well, you take 10,000 people, you take 10,000 transactions on the blockchain at one time, you're going to watch gas prices, your GUI go up to 250, 300. I've seen it go as high as 700 for a card that is worth 0.05. You know, they're almost doubling the price of what the value of this is just trying to mint, you know. So it can get really crazy. I started seeing that really quick. So I like to be more strategic with my investments. I don't like feeling like I'm throwing money away, throwing money down the drain. I'd rather be more strategic. So that's kind of where my plan come in. I didn't think it was that great of a plan, but the more and more people I've told about it, they're like, dude, that is sweet. You've got to teach that. You got to show people how to do that, because I've ended up with some really, really rare NFTs. I've never hit number one. I've never hit top 10, but I've got top 100s, top 200s, and all those have value. All those have incredible value because they've got great traits to them.
It's like the minting is like the ultimate FOMO.
It is. It is FOMO, and you get FOMO on both sides of this. This is a cutthroat space.
Right.
You get FOMO of people fearing on missing out on the mint. They rush to do it, but then you'll also see it on the flip side where you'll actually see a project begin to take off. It'll kind of stall out. People lose interest. You'll start seeing the floor pull back, and we'll go over what the floor stuff is. But people will FOMO selling because they fear they're going to miss their opportunity to sell here, and it's going to drop down here where they're going to get out. So that floor, they'll just start selling lower and lower and lower, trying to get out. So it can, what they do call kill a project, bomb a project. But I don't ever think that's possible. I don't think you can kill a project.